He lost everything in one day. $40 million. Gone. But when she walked through his office door with a 10-year-old boy who had his eyes, he realized he'd lost something far more valuable 10 years ago. Stay until the end, because what happens next will break your heart and put it back together. Damon Brooks sat in his office on the 42nd floor and watched the rain hit the windows. His hands shook. Not from cold. From fear. The kind that makes your stomach hurt and your throat tight. "Mr. Brooks, they're here." His helper Jenny stood at the door. Her face looked sad. "The bank people." He did not answer. What could he say? That he was sorry. That he tried his best. 10 years ago, everyone knew his name. Damon Brooks. The man who owned 30 hotels. The man whose face was on magazines. The man who had everything. No. Now he had papers on his desk that said he owed $40 million. Papers that said they would take his buildings. Papers that said he failed. His phone buzzed. He looked at it. Another message from someone he owed money to. He put the phone face down on the desk. The rain got harder. Thunder shook the windows. Damon closed his eyes and remembered. 10 years ago. The big house with the pool. Vanessa in the kitchen making coffee in the morning. Her laugh. God, he missed that laugh. It sounded like music. Like home. "You work too much," she would say. Her brown eyes looked at him with worry. "When will you stay home with me?" "Soon," he always said. "Just one more deal. One more hotel. Then we'll have everything we need." But it was never enough. He wanted more. More money. More buildings. More power. Then he met Lauren at a business party. Lauren with her red dress and big smile. Lauren who said he was amazing. Lauren who made him feel young and strong. He told himself it meant nothing. Just talking. Just friends. But Vanessa knew. Wives always know. He came home one night and found her suitcase by the door. Her eyes were red from crying, but her voice was steady. Strong. "I saw the messages on your computer," she said. "The pictures. Everything." His stomach dropped. "Vanessa, please. Let me explain." "No." She picked up her suitcase. "I'm done explaining away your lies. I'm done waiting for you to choose me. I'm done." "Where will you go?" Panic filled his chest. "Somewhere you'll never find me." She walked to the door. Stopped. Turned back one last time. "You know what's sad, Damon? I would have given you everything. My whole heart. My whole life. But you wanted everything except me." The door closed. She was gone. He tried to find her. Hired people to look. Called her friends. Her family. No one would tell him anything. "She doesn't want to be found," her sister said on the phone. "Leave her alone." So he threw himself into work. Built more hotels. Made more money. Tried to forget the hole in his chest where his heart used to be. Lauren left him 6 months later. "You're boring," she said. "And you're always sad." The years passed. His hotels did well. Then the sickness came in 2020. COVID. Everything shut down. No travelers. No money coming in. He borrowed from banks to keep the hotels open. Borrowed more. And more. Now it was 2025 and the bills were due. All of them. At once. "Mr. Brooks." Jenny's voice pulled him back. "They're waiting. Tell them I need 5 minutes." She left. He stood up and walked to the window. Chicago looked gray and wet below him. Cars moved like tiny toys. People walked with umbrellas. All of them going somewhere. All of them with lives and families and people who loved them. He had nothing. No wife. No family. No future. A knock on the door. "Come in," he said without turning around. "Mr. Brooks." A woman's voice. Not Jenny's. This voice was softer. Familiar in a way that made his skin feel cold and hot at the same time. He turned around. A woman stood in his office. She wore jeans and a gray sweater. Her hair was longer than he remembered. Darker. But her eyes. Those brown eyes that used to look at him with love. Vanessa. Her name came out like a prayer, like a curse. "Hello, Damon." She did not smile. Her hands held tight to her purse. His legs felt weak. "How did you? Why are you?" "I heard about your problems." She took a step closer. "The hotels, the debt. It's all over the business news. Did you come here to watch me lose everything?" The words came out bitter. "Mean? To see me suffer?" "No." She looked at the floor, then back at him. "I came because there's something you need to know. Something I should have told you a long time ago." The door opened wider. A boy walked in, maybe 9 or 10 years old. Dark hair, thin, wearing a blue jacket with a broken zipper. The boy looked up at Damon, and Damon's whole world stopped, because the boy had his eyes. The same green eyes Damon saw in the mirror every morning. The same small nose. The same way of standing with one foot turned out. "This is your son," Vanessa said. Her voice shook now. "His name is Parker, and he's the reason I disappeared." If this story is touching your heart right now, please hit that subscribe button and give us a like. Your support helps these stories reach people who need to hear them. Others are waiting for this message. Help us get it to them. Now, let's see what happens next. Damon could not breathe, could not think, could not move. He stared at the boy, at Parker, at his son. "What?" The word came out broken, confused. Parker looked scared. He moved closer to Vanessa and grabbed her hand. "Mom, it's okay, baby." Vanessa touched the boy's head, gentle, protective. Then she looked at Damon with eyes that held 10 years of pain. "I found out I was pregnant 2 weeks after I left you. I was living in a small apartment in Detroit, working at a coffee shop, throwing up every morning." Damon's hands felt cold. His chest hurt. You knew all this time?" "Yes." Her voice got harder, stronger. "And I chose not to tell you. How could you?" Anger filled him now, hot and sharp. "He's my son. I had a right to know." "Rights?" Vanessa's eyes flashed. "You want to talk about rights? You gave up your rights when you chose another woman over our marriage. When you picked money and power over love. When you made me feel like I was nothing." Parker's eyes got big. "What?" "Mom, please don't yell." She stopped, took a breath, bent down to look at the boy. "I'm sorry, sweetie. Everything's okay. Can you sit in that chair over there for a minute? The one by the bookshelf." Parker nodded. He walked to the chair and sat down. His legs swung back and forth, too short to reach the floor. Damon watched him. His son. The boy had his eyes but Vanessa's mouth. Her way of biting her lip when she was nervous. "Why now?" Damon asked quietly. "Why come back now after all these years?" Vanessa walked to the window, looked out at the rain. "Because Parker asked about you. He's been asking for 2 years. Where's my dad? Why doesn't he want to see me? Did I do something wrong?" Each word hit Damon like a punch. "What did you tell him?" "I told him his father was busy, that he had important work, that it wasn't Parker's fault." She turned around. Tears ran down her face now. "But he's getting older, smarter. He knows I'm lying, and I can't lie to him anymore." "So you decided to show up here? Today? When my whole life is falling apart?" "I didn't know it would be today." She wiped her eyes. "I've been in Chicago for 3 days, working up the courage to come. Then I saw the news this morning. About the banks. About everything you're losing." She paused. "Maybe this is the right time. Maybe you need to lose everything to understand what really matters." Damon wanted to be angry, wanted to yell. But he looked at Parker sitting in the chair. The boy was reading the titles of books on the shelf. His lips moved as he read the words silently. Does he know who I am?" Damon asked. "I told him this morning. In the car before we came up. Vanessa's voice got softer. He was quiet the whole elevator ride. Damon walked slowly to the chair. His legs felt heavy, like he was walking through water. He stopped a few feet away from Parker. "Hi," he said. His voice cracked. Parker looked up. Those green eyes, so much like his own. "Hi. I'm your dad." "I know." The boy's voice was small, careful. "Mom told me. I didn't know about you." Damon felt tears coming. He tried to stop them but couldn't. "I swear I didn't know. If I had known, I would have. Would have what?" Parker asked. Not mean. Just curious. Like he really wanted to know. Damon got down on his knees. Now he was at the boy's level. Eye to eye. "I would have been there. Every day. I would have taught you to ride a bike. Helped with homework. Tucked you in at night. Read you stories." "Mom does those things," Parker said. "She's really good at stories. She makes up voices for all the characters." "I bet she does." Damon smiled a little. Said, "Your mom is amazing." Parker looked at him for a long time, studying his face. "Why did you hurt her?" The question hit harder than any punch ever could. Damon's throat closed up. "I made a terrible mistake. The worst mistake of my life. I thought I needed things that didn't matter, and I lost the only thing that did." "Do you still make mistakes?" "Every day." Damon's tears fell now. He didn't try to stop them. "But I'm trying to learn. Trying to be better. Mom says everyone makes mistakes." Parker's voice got quieter. "She says what matters is if you're sorry. Really sorry. Not just saying words." "I am sorry." Damon looked at Vanessa. She stood by the window watching them, crying silently. "I'm so sorry for everything. For hurting your mom. For missing your whole life. For being the kind of man who chose wrong." The door burst open. Jenny ran in. "Mr. Brooks, the bank people are leaving. They said if you don't sign the papers today, they'll take everything tomorrow. They said—" She stopped. Saw Vanessa and Parker. "I'm sorry. I didn't know you had." "It's okay, Jenny." Damon stood up slowly. His knees hurt from kneeling. "Tell them I'll be there in 10 minutes." Jenny left, closed the door softly. Vanessa walked over, stood next to Parker's chair. "You should go deal with your business. We can talk another time." "No." Damon shook his head. "No more running away. No more choosing business over people." He looked at the door where the bank people waited, where his empire was dying. Then he looked at Parker. At Vanessa. "They can have the hotels. All of them. I don't care anymore." "Damon, don't be stupid." Vanessa's eyes got wide. "Those hotels are your life's work." "No." He moved closer to them. "No, they're not. They're just buildings. Just things." He looked at Parker. "He's my life's work. And I missed it. All of it. His first word. His first step. His first day of school. Everything." Parker stood up from the chair. He walked to Damon. Stopped right in front of him. "Can I ask you something?" "Anything. If you could go back. Back to when Mom was leaving. Would you choose different?" Damon got on his knees again. Looked Parker straight in the eyes. "Yes. 1,000 times yes. I would choose your mom. I would wait for you to be born. I would be the dad you deserved. The husband she deserved." "But you can't go back," Parker said. Matter of fact. Simple. "No." Damon felt his heart breaking. "I can't. But you can start now." The boy's voice was small but sure. "That's what Mom always says. You can't change yesterday, but you can change today." Damon looked at Vanessa. She was crying hard now. Her whole body shook. "Is it too late?" he asked her. "To start now? To try to be the man I should have been?" She didn't answer for a long time. Just looked at him. Searched his face for something. Truth, maybe. Real change. "I don't know," she finally said. "I don't know if I can trust you again. I don't know if Parker should have you in his life just for you to disappoint him. I don't know anything anymore." "Then let me show you." Damon stood up, walked to his desk, picked up the papers from the bank, the ones that said he was losing everything. He looked at them one last time. Then he walked to Jenny's desk outside his office, pressed the button for the speaker. "Mr. Brooks." A man's voice came through. "One of the bank people." "Take it all," Damon said. "The hotels, the buildings, everything. I'm done fighting." "Sir, are you sure? Maybe you need time to think." "I've had 10 years to think." Damon looked through the glass at Vanessa and Parker. 10 years of thinking about the wrong things. "I'm done now. Send me the papers to sign. I'll give you everything." He turned off the speaker, walked back into his office. Parker looked up at him. "You just gave away everything." "No." Damon smiled. A real smile. The first one in years. "I didn't give away everything. I still have a chance. A chance to know you. To prove to your mom that I changed. That's not everything. That's the only thing." Vanessa sat down in a chair, put her face in her hands. Her shoulders shook. Damon wanted to touch her, hold her, but he knew he had no right. Not yet. Maybe not ever. "What happens now?" Parker asked. "I don't know," Damon said honestly. "But I'd like to know you. If that's okay. Maybe we could get lunch. Or go to a park. Whatever you want." Parker looked at his mom. "Can we, Mom?" Vanessa lifted her head. Her face was red and wet. "Maybe. We'll see." She stood up, took Parker's hand. "We should go now." "Wait." Damon reached in his desk, pulled out a piece of paper, wrote his phone number on it. "Here. Call me. Anytime. Please." She took the paper, folded it, put it in her pocket. "Come on, Parker." They walked to the door. Parker stopped, turned around. "Bye, Dad," he said, testing the word, seeing how it felt. Damon's heart exploded. "Bye, son." They left. The door closed, and Damon stood alone in his office. Everything he'd built for 10 years was gone. The money, the power, the success. But for the first time since Vanessa left, he felt something other than empty. He felt hope. Thank you for watching until the very end. If this story moved you, please subscribe to Tales by M. Bell and hit the like button. It truly helps us keep bringing you these emotional journeys. Drop a comment below and tell us where you're watching from. Are you Team Damon or Team Vanessa? Let us know. See you in the next story.